for joining us as we get set to bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On the sidelines, it's David Aldridge. And so off the tip, it's Boston. Tatum wide open, he fires one. Off target from three-point range. And here are the Thunder now.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
And so it's the Thunder getting on the board first. The kick out to Brown. White, wide open, he fires. The shot's good, Brown making the play.
Well, Brown is always looking to score, but he's far from a selfish player, and he will move the ball, too.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Celtics on offense. White, left side. Outside, Porzingis. Celtics passing it around. Outside, Tatum. Shot clock at 5. Good D by Holmgren.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
And this guy just does everything. Scores, passes, good rebounder, just an all-around terrific basketball player.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Outside, Dort. To the middle. Porzingis with the steal. Here's Porzingis with fast break chance. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Pass to White. Outside Holiday. 6 on the shot clock. Porzingis with the ball. And here's Tatum for 3. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. Stan, you talk about a stacked roster. It's hard to find many weaknesses for the Celtics.
Yeah, Kevin, there's a reason the Executive of the Year award went to Boston's front office last season. The Celtics are built right, and they're built to last.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
And nice use of size by Porzingis inside, able to practically play on top of the D.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. I now send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Had a chance to catch up with Joe Mazzulla. We talked about the matchup problems that Chet Holmgren presents. He said defensively, Chet can warp the inside of the paint. And at the other end, he's going to drag his matchup out to the three-point line. That's what makes this 7-footer such a special player. Guys?
Thank you, David. Oklahoma City leading by 4. Pass to Holmgren. Holmgren the screen. Down low. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up.
I mean, Steve, when he moves around the floor, Holmgren takes you out of the play, slips past, and just rolls to the hoop.
Here we are sizing up Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The rebound by Holiday.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Again, the miss by the Celtics. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side. But when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. But people in the know how good of a defender he is.
Celtics trailed by 7. Tipped away. Here's Brown. Out to the wing. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one, good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Back to Brown. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game. And the Thunder making a switch here. 30 seconds left to play here in the first. The Thunder leading by 9. Driving in. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. And a dunk by Tatum.
And how about Tatum there, using his muscle, easily absorbing the contact and still able to knock down the shot.
The Celtics shooting their first foul shot of the game. And that one falls for Tatum. We've got 13 seconds left in the first quarter. Outside, George. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Trains the three-pointer. 9 points in the game so far.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for Oklahoma City. He finishes with 17. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Oklahoma City.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
Of that attitude going by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David. Every year, Craig, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates is a big part of it.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Here's Tatum. Pass to Craig. Here's Pritchard. Celtics passing it around. 5 to shoot. To the right side. Lets the three fly. Hauser misses. The Thunder lead by 9. Williams can't get it to go.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Pass to Hauser. The three. Trains it from beyond the arc. Hauser's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Right wing. There's the three. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Man, that's just too much space to give a shooter like him. He works to get open, but the defenders have to work harder to nullify that.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. They've led by as many as 11 points. The Thunder with another miss. On offense, here are the Celtics. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. And there's the call on Chet Holmgren. That is his first foul of the game. Outside Holiday. Pass to Pritchard. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Pritchard's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Boston. And there's the foul. It's on Peyton Pritchard. That's his first foul. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He scores his sixth bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
Pass to Porzingis. Off target at the rim. The Thunder with the lead. The kick out to Williams. Stolen by Holiday. And here is Tatum. Out left to the wing. Here's Pritchard. Defended by Dort. Here's Hauser. In the corner. Tatum with it. They set the screen. Just 5 to shoot. Thunder with the rebound. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. And one of the most respected players in the NBA is Jrue Holiday.
Yeah, Kevin, he's a 3-time Teammate of the Year award winner. He's also a Sportsmanship Award winner. He is a pro's pro.
Williams for three. It's hauled in by Porzingis.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And Holiday throws it down.
And Holiday's nimbleness gets him to the hoop on that one. His athletic ability is off the charts. Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring option.
Holiday. Over in the corner, Porzingis. Outside, White. Going inside. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. White's got it all tied up now for the Celtics. Pass to Williams. Porzingis with the rebound. So it's Boston now. Brown drives in.
Hey, Brown can sky with the best of them. Terrific athlete.
It's a close game here in Boston. Right side, Williams. Outside, Dort. Pass to Holmgren. And he lays it straight in.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The Thunder, 27.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Here's Oklahoma City. Williams in the post. Dort wide open. No good on the three. Now here is Holiday. Three-pointer. Thunder with the rebound. Pass to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the first basket of the second half. That one for the Thunder. Inside. Here's Holiday. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Here we are, Stan, seeing more and more great international players in the NBA. And you've had a chance to coach some of the good ones as well.
Well, yeah, look, Kevin, you're right about the league now. We see every year, it seems like, the MVP is an international player. I had Hedo Turkoglu was a big part of what we did in Orlando, was a most improved player in the league one year and a key part of our team that made it to the finals. 6'10", highly skilled, very versatile guy. There are great players coming from everywhere in the world.
Your Celtics Entertainment.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Tatum looking around. The shot, no good. Williams with the defensive effort. The Thunder leading by 3. To the paint. On the wing, Williams. And taken away by Brown. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, coming out of high school at 6'0", Derek White didn't receive any full scholarship offers. He says it was humbling, but it drove me to get better. Each time you have the doubters, you just put a little chip on your shoulder. The 29th pick overall in 2017 has come a long way. Kevin, chips are still there.
You're so right, David. Thanks. He's become a heck of a player. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good luck. Just couldn't find the mark.
Ah, there's Tatum's range on display.
This is why Tatum is a volume three-point shooter, because he knows how accurate he can be.
Holmgren. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
Well, he sends it inside where they can get a high percentage look. That's just great basketball.
And Brown now atop the key. Shot clock at 6. Outside Tatum. And again, Boston with the triple.
Never a bad idea setting Tatum up.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He wants to talk to his guys. changing it up here.
Substitution on the court.
Thunder trailing by 3.
Celtics foul.
The Thunder shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
And so he makes both from the line. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. Tatum gets it inside.
Excellent job finishing on the inside. Tatum doesn't fear going in amongst the threes.
Williams up on top. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Doesn't go that time. Great D that time from Tatum. Boston leading by 3 to the inside. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over. Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Well, it's always a big plus when you have a point guard that can attack the rim like that, put so much pressure on the defense.
And it's going to take more than that to stop Tatum, a wing who can score in so many different ways.
And what a play, just snatched out of the air. Credit the block. Nice D from Williams. Thunder trailing by 5. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Back to Caruso. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. No good from outside. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Yep, it counts.
Look, Brown's a great athlete. I love to see him work inside.
Here's Caruso. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
Hey guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Here's Brown. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. For Boston, they have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line this game.
And they shot 81% from the line last season as a team, so you really can't find fault with what they're able to do there.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Here's Wallace. And so it's the Boston Celtics with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've set the tone. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. Boston leading by 6. Tatum draws the double. Pass to Pritchard. Off target from outside. And here are the Thunder now on the wing. Wallace. And a miss there on the triple. Tatum with it. Now Craig. Pocket 6. Pass to Tatum. Fires the 3. Got a piece of it. Taken away by Williams. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
Substitution on the court.
The Celtics with the lead. And we've played through about a minute here in the 4th. Pass to Hauser. Launches a 3. And it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound. Takes it off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 24 points.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, with him, He's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Listened in on what Joe Mazzulla told his team. He said to them, keep building this lead, guys. Don't take your foot off the gas. Keep working hard. Run our stuff. Guys?
Thank you, David.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Dort. It's hauled in by Cornette. And here's Holiday.
Credit Holiday for getting to the line on that one. With his quickness and length, I'd like to see him do that more often.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Boston.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
Dort, left side. Outside Williams. To the paint. Here's Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And attacking the rim. Holmgren making excellent use of that height inside.
Pass to Tatum. Now here's Porzingis. Over in the corner. White sinks the three-pointer. White's got the lead up to 7 now for the Celtics.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. That one drops for him. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
For the finish. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And great awareness of the situation. Gilgeous-Alexander sensing the chance for the steal and just taking it straight up on the break.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
And you can rely on Porzingis in these moments. He's always ready to shoulder the load offensively.
Now here's Holmgren from the arc. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Unflappable. I mean, no moment is too big for Holmgren. They needed that basket.
After Porzingis. Tatum on the wing. Loose. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. To tie it up. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Really out of the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that narrows the gap to 1. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. Here's White. Off target with his 3. Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it. Now here's Holmgren from the arc. Back to Hartenstein. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Jaylen Brown.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both. This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure. Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Here's Dort. It's rebounded by Porzingis. The critical possession right here.
Crowd on pins and needles, Kev.
Brown outside. The 3. White, good. And the Celtics lead by 6.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You've got to contest the shot better than that.
Here's Hartenstein. It's good. And now they trail by just 4.
Well, it doesn't get any easier than this. They'll take these shots every time.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Williams with the steal.
How about the reaction time on that pass? Quick. And what good work there to get in the way of it.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Holmgren. And so it's Boston scraping by with the win.
I goes. Plotting with ass, we were just struggling on unemployment, back on the ropes. I had to get it in motion, get it in motion.
You know what? That shit was kind of boring. I ain't gonna lie. Back to NCAA we go. Going against Army is crazy.
On other fields, on other days. That's the primary charge for the cadets of Army. But on this field, the seeds planted by the likes of Davis, Blanchard, and Dawkins certainly have produced victory. Welcome to Michie Stadium at West Point, home of the Black Knights of the Hudson. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Army Black Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Black Knights will put total leather and we'll get started. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the...
Man, I lost that one by 4. Did me dirty.
Got down there and make the stop at the 19.
Man, had to lead by like 9 at 1.2. But he was like 68 and 30, and I was 23 and 12. So we had a lot more games.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback will audible. Back to throw, it's Vandergrift. Wasting no time taking a shot. Oh, he gets downfield for the big catch. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Kentucky right back to the line. You go with the first snap of the game, and you make a big play like that, your confidence just soars.
And I don't know if the defense was sleepwalking here, Reese, but it's almost as if they didn't know the game had actually started. They were just kind of lethargic in the back end. I don't think they were anticipating this offense taking a shot on the first play.
Comes out throwing on first down. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away.
Yeah, he don't know, Outcast. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to use.
He'll bring it out. It's Reynolds. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it up.
Between Georgia, Alabama, Georgia, Alabama, Ohio State. Which one of those should I use, Outcast? We're using one of them. I feel like sometimes I get sold with Texas because I have that quarterback controversy where, like, if one don't play good,
being knocked down at the 11.
I'd say how Beck's so slow, but I don't really know what quarterback's so slow.
A first down for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
Leaves it with the running back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Give to the back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Keep pounding away those defenses and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run, then you open it up for the passing.
Will they keep it on the ground again here on third down? On the option. Oh, it's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make? Because they've got to stop the bleeding right now.
Back open in the middle.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves over.
The give to the tailback. Gives him the big stiff arm. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. And the Wildcats want to pick up the tempo. Right back to the well. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the change for the first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. With the run on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Direct snap. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Swings it out to the flat. Touchdown, Wildcats! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
He'll bring it out. It's Reynolds. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Here comes the option. He'll toss it. Open space at the 25. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. He's loose down the middle. Touchdown, Wildcats! And the defense doing work.
Yeah, you gotta quit after that. Because that was insane. That was actually insane. Alright, y'all, I'm too tired, so I'm getting off. I'll be on tomorrow.